Hello friends, myself Dr. Devesh Mishra and I welcome you again to my YouTube class. In this series, we are going to discuss about the image-based info as we are doing nowadays, that we are trying to have one image discussion per day, right? So today's topic is the another image which I will discuss with you, right? So let's start. Myself Dr. Devesh Mishra and I am a national level pathology faculty and mentor and the author of the book and the teacher of the best-selling pathology app, which is available at www.idpma.co.in. This is my website, right? So let's start. This is the papillary carcinoma of thyroid. So today's topic is papillary carcinoma of thyroid. So here we can see this is the picture which examiner will be asking you in your exam. So what will be the history? A young patient will be given in your exam. Patient will be young, right? So range will be from 30 to 50 years of the age group, and he will be having history of radiation exposure, right? History of radiation exposure by the X-ray or by any other imaging modality, right? So radiation exposure in which area? In head, face and neck areas, right? So this will be the history of the exposure to the radiation. So that will be the characteristic history given to you in your exam, and then there will be a neck swelling, right? And neck swelling biopsy is given in this image. So that is how question will be presented to you in your exam. So a patient with history of radiation exposure, neck mass, three things: patient, history of radiation exposure, neck swelling, and the biopsy is given, right? So what we are seeing in this biopsy, can you tell me what we are looking into this biopsy? If you look at this yellow line which I'm drawing, so you can see this is the area which you can say that it is the papilla, right? So this is the papilla. Papilla means what? Papilla means fibrovascular core. So that is very important to understand. What do you mean by true papilla? So it's very important to understand what is the meaning of true papillae. True papillae means a fibrovascular core should be there, right? So there will be a fibrous tissue plus they are encasing the vascular core also. So that is the fibrovascular core, right? So there will be a blood vessel like this, right? This is the blood vessel which I am showing you here in this picture, and you are going to see fibrous tissue around this. So that is how papillae will be formed, right? So this is the fibrous tissue. This is the fibrous tissue. So fibrovascular core has been formed, and around this fibrovascular core, what you are noticing, tumor cells are arranged like this, right? So that is why it is called as papillary carcinoma, right? So fibrovascular core is forming true papillary pattern, and this cancer of thyroid is the papillary carcinoma of thyroid, right? What is the characteristic of papillary carcinoma of thyroid with respect to the diagnosis? With respect to the diagnosis, this is the only cancer of thyroid which can be diagnosed on the basis of nuclear morphology. Please remember here, what is the characteristic point? That nuclear morphology will be diagnostic. So here we have to understand that nuclear morphology is diagnostic for papillary carcinoma of thyroid, right? So that is the one important thing which you have to keep in your mind for exam point of view, right? Examiner, they ask this question in your viva when you're doing MD exam also, and when you're going for MCQ also, then also they are going to ask you. Nuclear morphology is diagnostic for the papillary carcinoma of thyroid, right? So let us see how we can diagnose papillary carcinoma of thyroid by seeing the nuclear features. So how many nuclear features are responsible? So here you have to see there are three important features. 1, 2, 3. What are three things? Orphan ani appearance. Second, nuclear grooving. Third, pseudo inclusions, right? So three important features you have to remember: orphan ani appearance, nuclear grooving, pseudo inclusions. Orphan ani appearance, nuclear grooving, pseudo inclusion. What is the meaning of orphan ani appearance? Actually, it is used to describe the nucleus. You can see the nucleus in a normal cell. When you are seeing a normal cell, see, this is the normal cell, right? Normal cell. And what we are seeing, that there is a granular chromatin, right? So chromatin is granular. In a normal cell, chromatin is granular in appearance, as you can see in this nuclei. But what is happening in the papillary carcinoma of thyroid? So this is the papillary carcinoma of thyroid. So in papillary carcinoma of thyroid, you can see there is no nuclear chromatin. So this is called optically clear nuclei, right? So that is how we are denoting them, optically clear nuclei, right? So now you understood optically clear nuclei. Optically clear nuclei is called as orphan any eye appearance. So now you understood normal nucleus is having granular chromatin, but in orphan any eye appearance they are having optically clear nuclei. So like this you are going to see the cell, right? This is the one point. Orphan any eye appearance is the optically clear nuclei where is no nuclear chromatin or no granular pattern of nuclear chromatin is there because nothing is present, right? So it is an artifact. Second important thing is the nuclear grooving. What do they mean by nuclear grooving? Now you can see in this picture, right? There is a line which is running across the nuclei, that is called as nuclear grooving, right? So orphan any eye appearance, nuclear grooving, and pseudo inclusion. Why it is called pseudo inclusion? Why it is called as pseudo inclusion? So now you can see in this cell, in this cancer cell, there is a nucleus and cytoplasm is coming inside. So now you can see cytoplasmic protrusion is into the nuclei. So cytoplasmic protrusion into the nuclei is called as pseudo inclusion. So now you understood there are three findings. Number one, optically clear nuclei or orphan any eye appearance. Second nuclear finding is nuclear grooving. A line will be running across the nuclei. Third is the pseudo inclusion where cytoplasm is coming inside the nucleus, and that is why it is called as pseudo inclusions, right? So let us see on the histopathology how it will be looking like. So you can see beautiful picture where you can notice so many optically clear nuclei. Now in this picture you can see there are many optically clear nuclei. So I'm just marking some of them, right? You can see this one, and this one is perfect example of optically clear nuclei, right? And you can see this is the cartoon character, which is the orphan any. So that is why it is also called as orphan any eye appearance. So now you understood this optically clear nuclei is resembling like a orphan any. That is why it is also known as orphan any eye appearance, right? Because there is no chromatin. You can see this is clear in this area. If you look where I'm pointing now, you can see the eye of the orphan any cartoon character, it's clear. Same way the nucleus is clear here. You can see all the nuclei are having no chromatin. So this is called optically clear nuclei. And in between you can notice these are the fibrovascular core. Can you see this? There is a blood vessel, right? Blood vessel, fibrovascular core. So fibrovascular core is very clearly visible, right? So fibrovascular core is clearly visible, right? So these are the fibrovascular core, right? So I'm just pointing here. This is the fibrovascular core which is forming the true papilla, right? So this is the true papilla. In true papilla we need not to write true papilla, just papilla means true papilla. Whenever there is no vascular tissue in between the fibrous tissue, then we will be calling them as a pseudovascular, right? So then we'll be calling them a pseudo papilla, right? So now you are done. Now you are done with the first finding, that optically clear nuclei. Clear, everybody? Yes. Now look at the second picture. This is the picture where we are seeing other two nuclear finding of the papillary carcinoma of the thyroid, right? So here you can see these are the two cells. First I am marking here this one. This cell I am marking as number 1. What we are seeing here, can you tell me? Can you see the nucleus? How is the nucleus? You can notice one thing, that there is a nuclear grooving. Can you see the parallel to the blue line which I had made? This is called nuclear grooving. I'm just going to erase so that you can clearly see, right? So this is called nuclear grooving, right? So this is number 1, right? This number 1 is known as nuclear grooving, right? So now you can see there is a nuclear grooving, right? Now I am showing you this as a number 2, right? This as a number 2. So what is the number 2? Number 2, you can see there is a cytoplasm which is coming inside, right? Cytoplasm from here, it is coming inside, sorry, right? So cytoplasm is coming here inside, just a minute, right? So cytoplasm is coming inside and they are forming pseudo inclusions, right? So these are called pseudo inclusions, right? So now you understood nuclear grooving, pseudo inclusion, orphan any eye appearance. These are all diagnostic for the papillary carcinoma of thyroid, right? So what I want to say that history of the radiation, exposure into the head, face, neck area and neck mass, and this kind of the histopathological examination where you are seeing the optically clear nuclei or orphan any eye appearance, nuclear grooving second, pseudo inclusion third. So that means we are looking at the papillary carcinoma of thyroid. So I hope you have liked this. If you want to continue this series, I would like to continue this series, but I want your comment and your suggestions in the comment box. So please post your comment box and this will definitely help you in your exam. This question came in AIMS, INICT and NEET PG exam multiple times. So here I would like to tell you about my app. If you like this thing and if you want to see my entire lecture, you have to subscribe my app, and that is at this website idpma.co.in, right? And the same thing, my book is also very important. Along with this, you can read my notes which is based on the app. So there is a pathology notes which is based on my IDPMA app, right? And you can avail this notes and book from my website devaanshpublications.com, right? And I would like to tell you that previous year NEET PG exam, and since 10 years I am seeing that every PMT, that time All India PG exam it used to be. So All India PG exam or NEET PG exam from past 10 years, I am seeing that every year from my notes approximately 45 plus MCQs are coming. Approximately, I'm just telling you the minimum thing. Sometimes it goes beyond 60 questions also. 45 questions in All India exam. I have consistently seen 20 plus question in the AIMS exam. And in FMG exam, last 3 years, I'm watching that more than 40 plus questions are coming from this app. So this app and this notes will be a very good combination for you to use and utilize for your exam. And you stay connected with me and at this YouTube channel for multiple lectures. One is the image-based series which we are running currently, and many things are coming up, in future also. So just stay with me and share with your friends. Like this video. Thank you so much to all of you and best wishes.